Hi, so here we are back. I removed the not only the trigger group but also the bolt. And I don't know if you can see just how rough this is here in the receiver. You can see perhaps just slightly, although it is very hard to see, it is slightly more smooth here. There is actually a slightly visible, I don't know if I can zoom in and show you that. There is a kind of a worn track, as you can see. Yes, I think it's becoming more visible. That's this worn track here, which has been made by, if we just move the bolt into view, this is where the bolt slides. And I've got the bolt upside down, so you can see the bits which do the sliding. And let's zoom out a little bit and let me find a pointy object with which to indicate. Let's take a pen. Here's a pen. So, using a pointy object, I can show you it seems that these faces, just these ones here, are raised, and these ones also are raised. These two here and these two here are raised compared with the rest. And so these seem to be the faces on which the whole bolt slides against the top of the receiver. And only these need really any degree of polishing. Certainly not to remove any material, and the same goes for the inside, but to remove a little bit of stuff so that the surface becomes smooth. I'm pretty sure that camera can pick up the sound of this roughness that my finger is I'm just touching the top of the receiver, which of course is the bottom. See, it's not very clean. There's a bit of grime on my finger. But that's the issue that I'm going to deal with, is making that somewhat smoother for the bolt to slide along at some point. Not top priority. The other thing is, let's turn this bolt round. Here you can see the area where the hammer slides is here. And there's almost no radiusing. Let's see if I can get that tilted. There's almost no radiusing at the end. And so that makes it a fairly brutal transition for the hammer to be pushed back. And I may try and radius this, or I may get an aftermarket one, but at the moment I'm tempted to get an aftermarket one. Otherwise the bolt, I mean, it's a standard piece, so there's nothing, there's no mega wear and tear on it or anything. And it is a little bit rough, but that's how they make them. I think that's basically the name of the game. Oh, I've got that the wrong way around. There. This is how it slides inside the receiver. Of course, upside down. The receiver is upside down. This is how this slides. Yeah, because the charging handle is here. Yeah. So the next bit is really to come back to the receiver and to put it on an even surface, upside down, or let's say the right way up, currently upside down, and to measure the distance. Here you see it very well. The distance of the center of the barrel from the base of the receiver. That's this datum, this line here. And that's what I'm going to try and do now by placing it on a flat surface, resting this part on a flat surface and measuring up from the flat surface to see where I can judge is the center of the barrel. Of course, we know the diameter of the barrel is 0.0920, in a perfect world, 0.920 inches. And we also know how big half of that is. So it will be a matter of having to look. I can even start with the top of the barrel and moving down. That's probably even the best solution, is to have this as the datum, to use the top of the barrel as one reference point, and to find the halfway point down here, which will then be the height above this datum. And that I will then move all the way to the back of the receiver. So it looks just subjectively like it's going to be along this kind of height. I don't know if it's exactly the center of this recoil buffer hole, or if it's going to be a little bit higher than that. Physically, I could imagine it might be desirable to have the center of the bolt providing its recoil directly into the line of the recoil buffer. That might be, in fact, the center point of this might be the point I need to drill, but we'll measure it all and we'll find that out. So, see you in a minute.